Alright, this is ThingThing22 bringing you the second and final part of this Minecraft Let's Build a Lumber Mill. You may have seen a flying chicken. Do not worry, my friends. It's not the end of the world. That was Tempered Gaming. He's the one I am playing this Minecraft server with as we build bigger and grander structures. Originally survival, now creative. If you want to check out some of his awesome videos, I'm going to put a link in the description. Now my voice may sound a little weird, it's just because I'm having fun. Don't worry, it won't stay like this forever, I'll get bored of it. Currently, you are joining me as I'm building an extension to my lumber mill. You may be wondering why. Well, the original design of my building was a rectangular cake layer design. It would go from the bottom being the biggest to the medium to the small, going from bottom to top. That design is beautiful and I love it. It's very classical. The only problem is it's boring and it's a rectangle. This extension makes it look not so flat. Now I take out some wooden fences and stone stairs to make sure it belongs with the rest of the building. The rest of the building has this oak plank wooden look with some stone attached to it. I had to make sure it looks like it belongs. Now come to the back of the building and start adding windows and a good entrance. It's not as grand as the front, of course, because the front is always what you envision in your head and what you design. The back is usually something you're like, you can get in that way too. Just, close the door and be done with it. Now flying around the building, and since I am now in creative mode and no longer stuck in survival, I can use that touch-up I always wanted to do. So I immediately go to the top floor and start adding in the wall that I want to make sure I don't keep it so boring, and I add a little bit of different materials to it. Now I'll come to the side of the building on the first floor, and I'm just like, this flat and boring structure I cannot stand to see anymore. I have to make sure I make it look unique and different. So I take stone stairs and wooden fences and make windows and structures into the building. This way, it's no longer flat and boring. Now I fly around the building and I'm just like, what else can I do now that I'm creative and no longer trapped by survival? I am sorry the recording is not as beautiful as it could be, but that was because I recorded this way back long ago and I can't really wind back time and change how I recorded it. Now that I am in creative mode and no longer trapped in survival, I make sure to fill in this floor. As you've seen me in survival mode, I'm not good at this. I fell like 4 or 5 times. I didn't die from it, but the falling part slowed me down. Luckily now in creative mode, since you're always flying, I can't fall anymore. Gravity ain't no issue, baby. Now, I make sure once I have this all done, I can take a good look around. You see, I built the lumber mill on an upper level. You can usually build it on an upper or lower level. What I mean by that is I like to build my buildings on flat ground. I do like building them into structures, but that takes a lot of planning and a lot of creativity. And I usually drew this thing on flat ground. So I make sure I don't want to go lower, I want to go higher so to build this on the structure. You may see me, I was just editing the front. I have to make sure the grand entrance to this building is beautiful for anyone that needs to come through. And finally, I'm doing my little bit of touch-ups, and I'm just like, you know what this building needs? A chimney. So I start, dig a hole in the building, right in the roof on the top floor, and I start making a stone chimney. As it goes higher and higher, I'm like, I can't make it too high. Why so? If it makes it too high, it looks out of place. It looks wrong. But if you make it too low, it can't really have all the details you want to have. It'll look too boring and uncreative. So I'm trying to find that middle ground. It's going to take a bit of testing and trial and error. So I take my my netherrack and my flint and stone, and I get ready to light the chimney. But I'm just like, no, that doesn't look right just yet. Let me get a little bit of an outer look on it. So I try and finish up this little prototype design so I can get a good look at it and be like, what do I need on it? You know what I need? More detail. So how am I detail? I want to look a little bit more 3D, a little bit more unique. So I build it out, but I realize, oh no, it's too low. It goes inside the building now. So they build it up, but again, not too high up or else it looks wrong. Now I put in the wooden stairs and I'm just like, you need to put these upside down. Why is that such a good thing to put it upside down rather than the normal way? Because it gives a 3D look to it. Since the top part sticks out and the bottom part comes in, it really gives it that good 3D look in like the same block. So so it doesn't make it look so large. You can make more of a 3D look in a smaller area. Now I take some cobwebs, great thing that I'm in creative mode, and start adding detail for smoke. I originally thought of using white or gray wool. The problem with that stuff is it's way too flammable, and it looks way too cartoony. This building looks more real and alive. And I want to have my fireplace or furnace, or I should say chimney, have fire at the top, so it looks alive, like someone's living here, like an active building in the community. And I want to have smoke on top so it doesn't burn. Now we're going to come through this final sweep through of the building. As you can see, the sun's setting, and you can really see the lights stick out. I love how buildings can really glow in the night. You have to work on that. That's something you just have to say, switch it to night, and see what your building looks like. Now we come through this final sweep, little circle around, the sun sets on our Minecraft Let's Build a Lumber Mill. But worry not, we're going to come back with another Let's Build. But for now, let's enjoy this lumber mill as we have it. We're going to talk about all of what we've built. We have spruce floors and oak walls, netherrack roofs, and stone windows. All of these materials come together to give this really lively look. Now you can see the smoke chimney rising in the night, really making this building look alive, like someone lives here, and I love the way that looks. Now we're going to circle around the back. This area may need a bit of touch-up. The entrance, again, of course needs touch-up, because it looks like it's just flying right now. However, the middle floor looks really flat and boring. The top floor looks misplaced. The bottom floor, however, looks okay. Now we're going to come inside. Here lies my Achilles heels. I am terrible at interior decoration. Alright? I'm more of an outside castle design man. In that little area where I originally thought my workers would live, you can see my oak tree. The beauty of that is now you can just go straight down with the tree and not have to build those annoying little blocks to get up to the high ones. You just go straight down, really easy to cut. Here we have my spruce trees lined on the side and my oak trees on the outside. This tree, or this lumber mill, has all the trees I currently can make right now. And here is the front of my building. Since this episode is very short, I'm going to show you a map of the area I lived in. Now, this is what it looks like currently, and here's what I have planned. Now you see there's a lot of stuff planned, and we've only built one thing. But don't worry, I have a lot of time, and I really did enjoy making this, so don't worry, I'm going to come back and build the next thing. We'll tell you what, but be excited, alright? This is ThinkThink22, signing out.